ngithesele nami ngifane nabanye
ngivulele amasango empumelelo
adozlam nami ngithesele ngifane nabanye
ngivulele amasango empumelelo
phela nami ngifuna ukuphumelela ngifane nabanye
ngivulele amasango empumelelo.
Hello everyone, my name is Khahlisho, also known as KG. Welcome to our podcast. Firstly, I just want to say I'm so happy that you guys are commenting on our videos. You guys are giving us feedback. We really appreciate that. Whether it's bad or good feedback, we'll really just try and take it and try and improve. So thank you very much. You know what? Then the guest that will be interviewing today, I love so much. I think I've watched all your videos. I literally know, on TikTok, and I literally know who are your biggest people who are commenting. So I will check. So I really love your content. Obviously, I'll take over to Lelo, who will introduce, because I believe you guys know each other very well.
Hi guys, so my name is Lelo. Shortened for Nompumelelo, which is my second name. And welcome and thank you so much for subscribing, and we appreciate all the support. So today we have Tumi, and yes, she's a fashionista. So we'll talk more about that. So Tumi, welcome.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Hi, for those who don't know me, my name is Tumi, and I do fashion content on the internet. on social media. I do fashion content.
We can see.
Guys.
Yes, great.
Thank you so much.
You do everything, the hairs, the makeup, everything.
Yes.
And you know what, guys? The first time I saw Utumi, I just loved her outfit, how she put it together, and her look. Tumi, you look like, I really love that look of yours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So where did the love of fashion come about for and what
For me.
inspired it?
Alright, so for the love of fashion and clothes,
Yes.
it really came from my mom.
Yes.
My mom dressed me, I think, until I was around grade 10.
Really?
Like, she was buying my clothes for me, and
Yes.
I was still always so fashionable, because my mom had this one rule. It was always, guys, I always tell this to people that even at Christmas, there were years, when camouflage was in fashion, everyone was wearing camouflage. Trust you, I would be wearing some pink dress that's so different from everyone. And now the whole community is wearing that, and I would feel so out.
Yes.
I would feel but I really wanted to be like everyone and dress like everyone. But I didn't understand, I was building my own personal style. I was getting comfortable with being different, because when you are young, right? When everyone is wearing bandanas, you want to wear a sprayed down jean with a shirt and a bandana. My mom wouldn't buy me that. My mom would buy me clothing, and most of the time it was always even clothing that I can wear throughout, for a longer time, because it was clothes that actually looked good on me, and it was not just it was trending that December, and then we are throwing it away because no one is wearing that anymore. And it's funny when spray, spray and and everything. And then as I grew, she kept on. She would buy us clothes.
When you say when you say us, do you have sisters?
I have a sister, so she would buy us our clothes, choose our clothes for me. Then I went to hostel. For high school, she was still buying boarding school. Yes. So I went to boarding school in high school, and I was around other girls, and I started that thing again of wanting to wear what everyone was wearing. And then she was like, okay, in December when we went to buy clothes, she would be like, this is your budget to buy your clothes. Guys, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. It was actually a disaster. I actually didn't know how to dress myself. So I would want to buy what, when you are obsessed with some girls at school, and you're like, okay, they're wearing this scotch pants with this, so you want to blend in and wear what everyone is wearing at the time, and that's what I would do. And another thing I would do was obsessing over being skinny. So I would even buy clothes that don't fit me, and I'd be uncomfortable the whole time and everything. But my mom would always be like, if you buy clothes that fit you properly, you are going to look good, you're gonna feel good. And I learned most of my fashion lessons from my mom in terms of how I choose clothes for myself now and everything. And I really think my style is very independent and like thing. Yes, I still buy things that like a lot of people are buying at the time, but you see like how I put my pieces together. It's never oh, this is what's trending right now or anything. And it's so, I enjoy shopping because when I go shopping, I really think about, ooh, what's gonna look nice on me, what's gonna look thing, and it's already in your mind. I enjoy shopping. I was 15 minutes late today because before we went shopping, and I've gotten my husband knows me so much, like, so we went to Foshini. I went for a specific dress. I wanted to buy this other green dress I've been wanting to buy, and then they had a 2 for 1. So now we're choosing the second item, and then we saw this suit, and my husband was like, you have to buy it, you've been saying you want a suit,
so,
like
so your husband is also into this fashion.
No, he gets me so much. Like, if I could like even get clips from when I'm getting dressed, sometimes I can't finish the outfit and I'd be like, babe, what would I would say, what would I wear this with? And he'd be like, yeah, add on this green outfit I wore, and he was like, add on the pink bag, and so I was like, pink, that's brave. And then I would add it on and everything, and he was not into this thing at all. My husband was like, shorts thing, like you know, he was not into it, but because I love it so much, I've got he gets me at the shop. There's even 2 things that now I sent him links. I'm like, please buy me this, because when I see something that's really for me and I know that like I'm gonna get a lot of outfits from this, I really will buy. But I won't buy because like now everyone is wearing a corset. I'm gonna buy. No, I'm not gonna do that, because I've found even those items are the ones, when you do my wardrobe in general, you find that the fashionable items stay in my wardrobe, and you will never find me wearing them. I'm actually not brave to wear fashionable items, like when it's trending and people are wearing it, I'm not gonna wear it. So that influences from my mom.
From your mom. And I wanted us, just for the viewers to know, like with your mom, what inspires, is your mom a fashion designer? What inspired her to inspire you?
She's not a fashion designer. I think she grew up with like not having a lot, and like she takes a lot of pride in her looks, and I love it for her. And I like posting her on Instagram stories, and I just like that's my mom. She dresses up, guys. I'll give you like 1 or 2 pictures so you can put her. She literally dresses up, looks good. I'm even a boy compared to her, because she's a lady. Let me say, my mom is also a lady. I dress up like lady, like whatever. I'm not a lady. Like my shoes are but like I'm more like my dad's personality type of vibe. Whereas she's also a lady. So like her makeup,
I promise you, that's why I'm shocked. I'm like, what is she saying?
It's because how I present. It's because of how I present. But please, the only person that will tell you the truth. And if you see the pictures from my inside the house, my husband will tell you my hair is always like Goku. And I'm in an oversized thing, and I'm just chilling. I'm comfortable and everything. Whereas my mom wakes up in the morning, like even if she's not going anywhere, she wakes up, she dresses well, she does her makeup, and
and you know what, my mom is also like that, because my mom, even remember there was a time where we had those Vodacom shops, I mean Vodacom mobile,
like where you can make calls.
My mom would literally dress up for her to go there, and she would put on her makeup, and you know, she even if when she goes to Spaza shop, she will do that. So I can relate to that. But to me, what I want us to chat about is your TikTok channel. So I've seen your content. Obviously, I follow you. I just want to find out that what is the motive behind you posting, like the intent of you to post on TikTok.
So the intent of me posting is to show people that you can dress well. And it doesn't need to be expensive. The shops that I tag, I will from Pep, Ackermans, Mr.
Yes.
Price,
Yeah.
like you can look good and not break the bank.
Yeah.
And you can, it's dressing up is simple. You just need to follow
Yeah.
a few simple rules.
Yeah.
And I hope that it comes out from my videos that okay,
Yeah.
you know what, I actually had those shorts on the top, but
Yeah.
then how to copanelli, now we are wearing the same thing, but
yeah.
now I put in a bit of more effort because I went and I did my makeup, I fixed up my hair,
Yes.
I put on shades,
Yeah.
I put on accessories.
Yeah.
You know, it's in the small
I
things
promise
that
you,
make
yeah.
a huge difference. And it's like, okay, it's making fashion easier for people, because a lot of influencers in South Africa, yes, we have affordable fashion influencers, but the high-end ones, obviously, like they're taken to your
Yes.
LV.
Yes.
Like it makes it like it's unattainable.
Yeah.
Whereas you can go to China Mall, get this dress for 170.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You accessorize it. You also guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you look nice.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, that was the whole intent of me dressing up every day and showing people that you can actually every day kind of look decent, even if you're not, like, because most days I'm not wearing makeup, but when I wear accessories, you can see a difference.
Yeah.
When how memo,
Yeah.
there's a difference. There's
Yeah.
so many little things
I promise
that
you.
make up.
You
like,
make us look so bad. Like, I was looking at some of your videos and you take just ordinary things, but once you are done with it, you look like wow. Like, you think this person went to, you know, like Dior. That's what you say. So what's the cheapest item that you have right now that you bought? Since you
wait, that
spent-
I have right now, or
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
you-
wearing right now?
No.
like that you
Oh.
have, because you saying your content is more cheap and affordable.
Yes, it is. But guys, I'm sure I have. Do you know how you can get a top for like 5 rand?
Yes,
So,
yes.
but I once on my YouTube I used to do hauls where
Yeah.
you buy like a lot of clothes, like 5 rand, 2 rand 50. You
Yes.
can get But I went to a Dunusa
Wow.
and Kwaka, but there's one in Joburg. That's
Yeah.
if like you are really on a student
What is
budget.
Dunusa?
Like, you-
for those who don't know, it looks like Dunusa. You know, like
So Dunusa is a place.
Yeah.
Like it's on the street.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I don't know, containers
Yeah.
full of clothes. So you need to pick and take out and
Yes,
take
you
out
pick
and
up.
take out
But
up
then-
until you find the item.
Yeah.
Then my mother found me a DH shirt, a nice
Yeah.
shirt
You
for
can
5
get-
rand.
You can get
is it
Zara.
second-hand stuff?
Yes,
It's
second
not.
hand.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. The second-hand thing, it's thrifting.
Yes,
But the
the
reason
common
why
one.
the common one is thrifting, but the reason why a lot of people call it Dunusa nje,
Yeah.
Madunusa, because you
bend
bend
down.
over.
Oh, that's why I'm saying, what is Dunusa? It
Yes,
sounds
you bend over and you're looking through that, but you can buy from your gems, your
Yeah.
PQ, so you can get things from about like 25 rand, 35 rand,
Yeah.
and stuff. So I have a mix of obviously like those, and I do buy expensive things as well, but
Yeah.
it will be again the rule of am I buying it because it's fashionable, or am I gonna wear it for a really long time? Yes, so
Okay, I
that's how
see
it
that.
works.
Yeah.
And then so when you post, and I love the fact that she tags,
Yeah.
so that you can see where she shopped and it's affordable. What work does it take for you to shoot your content? Because
Okay.
you know what, sometimes yes, we see you on your videos there with dressing up, but what works goes into that, so that for someone who really maybe wants to start,
Okay.
what you are doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. So I made it very simple, especially for the everyday videos. I made it that I use a tripod stand and my phone, and I
Yeah.
even use the front camera because I don't want to be moving mirrors around.
Okay.
And I use the most lit room in my house. We
Yeah.
have lighting, we have professional cameras, but the setup gets too like what is it? It takes too much work. So if you
Oh.
want to be consistent,
Yeah.
make the work that
Simpler.
goes in
Yeah.
simpler.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I chose a room that has the most lighting that
Yeah.
works with my phone. Obviously, like the phone level, obviously like the quality is
Yes.
good enough.
Yeah.
And then with planning the outfits, I always plan my outfits in advance. It's just something I've always carried
planning,
through.
yeah.
So I just plan and then what I'll be wearing for that day.
Yeah.
So getting dressed won't take more than 10 minutes, depending on if like maybe I change my mind.
Yes.
Then after that, I will actually immediately while I'm in the car, if I'm not driving and my husband is driving,
Yeah.
I will edit the video
Yeah.
and then post it. So if I'm wearing something on a video, most likely I'm posting it that day. Like this outfit I wore today, I'm going to post it today, just that I didn't have a chance to edit.
Yeah.
But editing you use InShot, it's free. I'm using
InShot. I wanted to ask which
I'm
editing.
using like the the paid version because I hate ads.
Yeah.
But it's really not that, like, it's free. I just put together the video and then the platforms give you the music and you post. So for me, make it as easy as possible for you to create the content. Don't complicate it with like, oh yeah, I'm waiting to get a professional camera, I'm waiting for this. Build your audience with what you have at the time. And make it simple so that you can be consistent. Then as you grow, maybe once I have a designated studio space, I will use our professional thing. I just don't want to be setting up every day, whereas it's easy to use my phone and the tripod stand.
You know why I'm saying that? Because when I met you, your followers was less than 20K. And then like this person, in just like a few months, and then I was looking at your followers, they're like over 30,000. So there's something that you are doing.
And she's consistent. That's what I like, is that a consistency, and also for you making it simple. You know, because sometimes it's true. You want to wait. And I also believe in that thing, Huri. Do with what you have. Do with what you have. And then Tum, so tell us, did you collaborate with any campaigns or?
So I've never collaborated with any like people in terms of like other creators. I've just created on my own. And I think the whole thing, my whole ability to have grown is because of the fact that I've been consistent and I'm creating what like the people want from me. And then with regards to campaigns, yes, I've done a campaign, campaigns for for bras, and it's something that I also speak about because underwear is very important for how your outfit looks. Guys, you can't wear this dress and then wear black straps. You see, it's clear straps. But no, like now you are wearing something that's covering. I'm saying when like it's revealing or whatever, but also comfort is important and everything. So I've done a campaign with Akamens. I've done a Foshini campaign. I've done on my TikTok, because I also do lifestyle content. I've done
Didn't you do one with BBC?
Yes, for the houses, So
because I followed and I saw the BBC one, the other ones I didn't see, and I like that KG, because now, you know, with the content, at least, you know, because she's consistent, you can see the hard work, it's paying off, because now you've been doing these campaigns.
So I've done those campaigns since I started being consistent this year.
And with your followers, because obviously people comment, you know, how do you go through those comments and how do you like respond to them?
Give us
advice,
because we are starting. So.
No, you want my secret, but I'm going to be honest, because I'm an honest person and I'm already honest with I'm honest with my audience. I actually don't answer all my comments. I get assistants to answer my comments.
So
who's
assisting?
Yes, guys, the thing is, I get personal real quick. So my cousin, I pay her, but she does help me with community management, answering people. But if she can't, I do answer, because I find it important to engage with the people that are engaging. Only inboxes, all my inboxes, if you've been talking to me to inbox, you are really talking to me, don't stress and like, you've been making me talk with your cousin. She just does the public platforms and then like the public comments and everything. If she's not sure, we are always in communication of what, you know, to say.
So I just wanted to say, like, so I really wanted to comment on your TikTok videos to say the way you comment, you are so calm. Now you told me it's your cousin. So your cousin, is she a calm person? Did she study public, whatever?
She's currently studying she's currently studying communication management. But honestly, because she wanted to to learn how to do community management. We started with her when we were still doing the Ngwenya's house, which is our joint channel with my husband, our YouTube channel. So that's where she started.
Sorry, what's your YouTube channel?
The Ngwenya's house.
Oh, the Ngwenya's house. Okay.
So,
I haven't checked that out because I've only been on your Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
So I didn't know about the YouTube.
On YouTube, the Ngwenya's house, or my YouTube is Tumi, and that's where I talk. I do fashion, but I also do I talk about mental health. And so but that's where we started with hers, like just kind of like, okay, people are like this, and you're gonna expect that. And professionally, I'm in digital marketing, so but for me, the community front, it's always like people can get very disrespectful. There's there's lines and everything. So it's better sometimes when you're not like taking it. She won't take it personally because so it's fine. She will comment in a calm way. But I always go through all my comments. I'm aware of all my comments, and obviously like everything that she will respond if she's not sure, especially about plugs or where I got things or how I do things. She will be getting the information from me, and I do respond sometimes. But if you really read, you will see the difference between me and her. Because I like
you are like, so tell me, like, who inspires like the looks that you come up with? Is there someone specifically that inspires to say, you know what?
Just me, myself.
Wow!
It's me, guys, because I told you, I grew up.
This is how you grew
the
up.
The whole community, Christmas, everyone is wearing a junior camouflage and a top, a black, and then a pink dress. So it had to come from me. Like I had to develop that thing. This is my own style. When I think, like the way I think, I'm always, I don't know, it's like
creative.
Wow.
I'm a creative in like how I come up with outfits. I keep notes of like my notes, or like, okay, these tops I can wear this with this. Like even how I advise people to shop, like right now you have this top, so when you go shopping, the things that you're buying, are they gonna fit in with it? Obviously I do follow a lot of people, and like I get inspiration from style. So if I'm even doing like someone's look exactly, I would usually tag them, but I've done it like twice where I did like someone's look specifically, but most of my looks, it's
authentically from you.
Yes, it is.
So would you say you're making money off this fashion thingy?
Not yet. I'll be honest. I won't say. It's not money that's like quit your job. It's not. It's not.
So like
not
sort
yet,
of like a side hustle thing.
Yes, and I'm still. Even though the numbers are growing, I will say I'm still building. I'm not on the list yet where like brands are that aware of me, that like they're continuously using me. Because obviously there's influencers that have been there for years that have like that are being recycled and used over and over again by brands. So I'm not there yet. But it's I'm just taking it as like when I started working, my first year of working, I was not making as much money as I was making like recently, because you build up, and I'm building up. So yes, I'm going to be making a lot of money from that, but not yet. Not yet.
Yes. Tumi, you mentioned something about mental health, and I think that is important in terms of what you do on social media and the feedback that you get. Maybe do you want to share more about mental health and what you've been through and why you chose to have that topic in your YouTube channel?
Okay, definitely. So the reason why I share about
mental health,
is because I have bipolar type 2 disorder, which is compromises of, I always confuse 2 and 1, but 2 compromises like depressive episodes and manic episodes. I was diagnosed in 2014. That was my first year in varsity. I've slept in hospital for like 3 times during my career, where like things were like up and down and everything. But I found it very important to talk about mental health, because a lot of people are experiencing these things, and in our communities people are not talking about it, so people are not getting help. So I speak about it from a sense of how can you get help?
Yes.
Go get a psychiatrist and live a normal life. Because I am here and no one can be like, oh yeah, Tumi like has failed to do her job or is failing at so and so and so and so and so and so because I'm failing to cope. Because I always preach, go to your psychiatrist, go to a doctor, get medication, live a normal life like any other person. So as much as a person would be a spokesperson for HIV and say like, you drink your medication, you live normal life, I'm saying that about mental health. And I find it very, very, very important to teach, because we are of that thing like, no, mental health is not for and it's not, and like also like you're not strong if you have mental health. It's not, it's just an illness like any other. So I was just wanting to destigmatize it. Yes, obviously I stopped talking about it at some point where I saw that there are people that would use it to attack me, and I was just like, no, this is not my goal. My goal is to teach people and help people, because a lot of people are suffering. They don't even know like what
they're not even aware. They're
even
not
like sharing.
Can I just say, you know, there was once someone who said, you know, it's better for you to know that you've got depression or you've got bipolar. A lot of people are in the streets and they don't know what they are suffering from.
They think
at
you're
least,
being bewitched or what.
At least you know what you are suffering from, so that you can do something about it. I wanted to ask, like, what are some of the symptoms, like for someone out there, like what symptoms were you like showing?
So for me, when I first got diagnosed officially, I was not sleeping at all. Like that's the biggest one of bipolar disorder. You will not sleep.
How old
like
were you?
I was 18. I was 18. I hadn't turned 19. In high school, I did have, I think now, thinking back in high school, I thought, oh my God, heartbreaky, what, and then like I went through such a deep depression period. I was like, I felt as though I was dying. I had my first panic attack, and I didn't know what was happening, and I couldn't even share with my parents because, black parents, and like you want to equate it to dating, and then in varsity, that's when the not sleeping started, and then once I was not sleeping at all, I went to the doctor, and then they started asking me, okay, I'm unable to concentrate. Like short span, like I had short span of concentration. I was a different personality also, as in right now, because I knew I was coming here, I'm talkative, right? But I'm not naturally like a talkative person. So I was just making new friends, like it's just those things. But the no sleeping is alarming, because at some point it's gonna turn into psychosis. You're gonna like lose your mind. From a human is supposed to sleep. So that's when the hallucinations, everything comes. But because I went to the doctor, I was given something mild for the anxiety. Then I was booked in hospital to be officially diagnosed. And obviously it was also based on my family history and everything. And then I was officially diagnosed with bipolar. I initially got diagnosed by a GP. They were just like, okay, your symptoms are giving a serious mental health issue, so I'm going to refer you to a psychiatrist and at Tumi Pasture Hospital. So it's a private hospital in Pretoria town. And then the doctor, luckily, that I was given was Dr. Mdojesi, who then saw me and hospitalized me so that he could like get me on treatment. So like during that time, so that's how I was diagnosed. And he's been my psychiatrist since then. Even after I moved, I still go back to him for everything.
So do you get like stigma from people, like us, the society will think, this one, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mention witchcraft again, she's like this because of one, they don't understand the
because I've been on medication, I've never went to a point where like maybe I acted out and like it got, but because I speak about it and people know, and some hate comments that I've gotten,
Yeah.
I know for a fact there's stigma around it, and
Yeah.
I do get stigma from people, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as
Yeah.
I thought it would be. And
Yeah.
also being in a, like, having had my diagnosis once I was this side in Pretoria, I was
Yeah.
not back at home.
Yeah.
And it was at a private hospital. Their experience was very
Yeah.
positive for me compared to other people that I've seen that
Yeah.
went to a public hospital.
Yeah.
They still do get assistance, but there's also like so many other layers to
Yeah.
it where
And
it makes the
Process,
the
yeah.
process unpleasant. But
Yeah.
for me it wasn't. And stigma wise, yeah, because I speak about it,
Yeah.
obviously as soon as a person maybe wants to disrespect me, that's the first thing
Yeah,
that
they
they're
want.
going to go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And are you on medication?
Yes, I wanted to
Yes.
ask that.
Okay.
I'm on medication forever, chronic medication for
Yeah.
bipolar disorder.
Okay, all right. Tooms, you mentioned that your husband, you know, so I'm sure you are married. So how long have you been married, and how supportive is he with your mental health?
Okay, we've been married. We say we've been married since 2018, which is 5 years. But our signing was actually only this year.
Okay.
But since 2018, but we've known each other for 9 years now. Since
Yeah.
2014, I met him in first year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was early after I was diagnosed.
Yeah.
So I had to teach him about the
Yes.
like the fact that I had to drink medication at
Yeah.
night or I wouldn't be able to sleep and
Yeah.
everything like that. But what I love about my husband is that he took it upon to himself to understand and learn as well and teach other people
Oh,
that
okay.
might not be like
Yes.
understanding of this thing. So he's very supportive on all fronts, but he's very supportive with my mental health. He
Yeah.
understands it,
Yeah.
and he's very helpful
Yeah.
Wow,
with
that-
regards
And you
to
are
it.
so cute together. Like when I look at your videos, I'm like couple goals.
You know, and then he helps her too. You know,
Yes.
the
You'll be
parents.
like, baby, like when you are stressing, come do this. And then I'll be watching, I'm like, wow, this is
Yes.
so cute.
He is the most supportive person ever.
But you
like
can
it's
see
so
that.
I love that. Like, and for me I think it was important God gave me someone that was very supportive of me and
Yeah.
who's not gonna hold me back
Like,
or
yeah.
anything and like
Yes.
just
Judge you.
like
and-
judge me, coexist with me and
Yeah.
just like, you know, like it's amazing to have such support.
That's wonderful.
It's
Yeah.
really amazing to have such support.
That's
Yeah.
great. And I met him, you know, because
Yeah.
when she came, I was like, finally, I see him in person.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely, lovely person.
Yeah.
And Tooms, how's your family? Like your mother and your father, like when they found out that, you know, about your diagnosis, what was their take on it?
No, for me, my family was very helpful. I think it was something because it's something that's hereditary and everything. It was kind of something known,
Yeah.
but so they could help me navigate it and
Okay.
everything. So that's why I've known. I'm like, we've been like so normal like
Yes.
all of my life.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
now I didn't have stigma around
Okay.
Oh.
like
Mental
mental health,
Yeah.
specifically now finding out that I have it.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like, oh, okay, so if it was simple, drink your medication, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what I did,
Yeah.
and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I do relapse then
Yeah,
there,
I wanted
and
to
it's
ask.
like stressors of the world
Yeah.
that will cause you to relapse and everything.
Yeah.
But at least now, because the people around me know
Yeah.
that, okay, there's something wrong, whatever, we need
Yes.
to go back to the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
We get it sorted out
Yeah.
and life moves on. It's
Yeah.
like an illness like any other illness. So the support was great.
It was
So
great.
yeah.
So when you relapse, do you mean stopping the medication?
No, I would never.
Oh, it's
I don't. You can relapse when you're on medication.
oh,
Stress,
I didn't know.
guys. Please work at a toxic
Okay.
workplace. Nothing will work for you.
Oh,
You will.
I see.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think my first ever episode, right, was consistent mostly of the mania because I was I had energy, I was not sleeping at all and everything.
Yeah.
Then there's the deep depression where I'm sleeping
All
all
the
the time.
time, yeah.
Like I'm not engaging, I'm just sleeping.
Yeah.
I will wake up to eat and then sleep. I would
Yeah.
just be sleeping all the time.
Yeah.
That's also alarming because like
Yeah.
I'm like a zombie. I'm barely existing. So that's another factor of like the depressive part. That means I need to go and get help, but it will pass, and it happens. But the people around you being aware that okay, there's changes now that we need to look out for, and then like my husband being the person that I'm always around will be like, okay, I think we need to set an appointment with your doctor. Let's go see what we can do. They adjust the medication, and then once they adjust, you will start seeing like, okay, I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to be normal now. I'm starting to be fine. They will either maybe add on some medications that you will take just for that period that maybe there's now depression and anxiety,
and then go back.
And then you just go back to your normal mind. Like I always go back to my normal once like
Everything
that
is settled,
period has settled. But I like, even if you drink or like, just drink your medication, guys. Like it's I don't know how, like the people that stop, or like I don't know what would be vimbering you or but I think most people, maybe there would be side effects. If there are very bad side effects, you go back and they change your medication. Don't just stop it because you feel like, oh, now it makes me feel worse or anything.
So it's very much manageable.
It is very much.
And then
very much.
Sorry. So what would you say to someone out there, who's not probably diagnosed? Like for them, what would you advise them to do? If they based on the symptoms that you've shared about yourself?
For me, I will say one thing, and also I want to take out another thing that I really believe, because I see like these days, like especially with Gen Zs, we're really pushing psychologists, like going to someone to talk to about things, whereas mental illness, like real mental illness, you need also a not real.
You need
I don't want to say real mental illness. That's not a good way to say. But I would say, like, if you have a chemical imbalance, it needs medication to get resolved. Yes, because sometimes, like when you're going through a depressive period, but everything in your life is going well, everything's saying, but now, like, even say with postpartum, you just got your bundle of joy, but there's no joy you are feeling. You are just going through a lot because of a chemical imbalance. So we need to normalize seeing psychiatrists and getting medication for that period, so that your hormones can balance. The stresses of everyday life and wanting to talk about certain things that you went through, yes, you can go to a psychologist as well, and a therapist to talk about, but it does not reverse the chemical imbalance. So
I think what people must know is that the psychologist, it's more for the talking, in my view, talking and getting whatever is in your chest, and the psychiatrist is now for the medication, to prescribe the medication to also assist.
Yes, definitely. So get assistance. If you don't have medical aid, there are public hospitals that do have psychiatric services that you get referred to. Obviously, you always started a clinic. Then at the clinic, once you've described what's wrong and everything, they would refer you to the right people, because a psychiatrist is the only person that will be able to now really properly diagnose you or admit you and be able to help you resolve the issues that you have. But really speak out, talk to the right people. This and your friends, you texting me on your DM, or your colleagues, they won't understand, and don't expect that from them, because there's too much stigma, there's too much not understanding. And if I'm asking Lelo. If I'm asking Lelo here, and she maybe went through a period where maybe she went through grief, she's like, no, now I prayed and I just wrote and I was fine. But when now you like, this feeling, like, and then people are like, don't be selfish, don't kill yourself. Like once you start seeing these symptoms that are just like out of this, don't put too much pressure on the people around you to be able to understand.
Yeah.
That's why I heavily emphasize on just
Oh,
getting help
100%.
from a professional.
Yeah.
Like guys, young doctoring and get help from a professional. I know even like small towns, Libona clinic, they still have some stigmas, but because they're healthcare professionals,
Yes.
they have to assist you and they help
and
to help you.
with
Yeah.
that, yes. And then with that, Tooms, now that your husband has been supportive and your family, if you guys wanted to start a family or do you have kids, you know?
We do not have kids. We've been together for so long, but it is a choice that we made.
Yes.
So that like we can protect ourselves from like getting pregnant until we are ready to have children. And for a lot of reasons. Firstly was to build, we got married like Lobola when we were 23. I was 23, he was 25, but we've been together since I was 19 and he was 21, and we needed to build, and we wanted a certain life for ourselves before we bring kids in, and that was a decision we made. There's not like, I know as soon as people get married, the next step is like, okay, now when are you bringing kids in and stuff. Whereas
the next question to say, are the mothers-in-law saying, hey, we took out cows. When are we?
And no, but there was no. We always were very clear about that. Like, no, we are not ready yet. We don't, we don't want to have kids yet. So what happened was, people respected it. I like the fact that from both sides people respected it. Obviously, like, I'm sure they talk like, hey, like, no, we do. I don't want to say we don't want kids at all. We just said we want to provide a certain type of life and personality for our kids. I want my kids to know a leveled person, a person like that's kind of like figured themselves out before. I don't want to be like, I just had the kids because but then I was just not ready yet, mentally, financially, stability wise. So there's a lot of factors that we felt personally that we needed to go through and understand. And I'm like, now I'm sure that's my dad. Like, I'm sure for sure that like, okay, my husband, and also I know people get married and now, like, because this is your husband, you're gonna have kids with them. I really be watching things on TikTok and I'm just like, I wish you stayed and saw if this man is gonna support you properly once now you have kids in the picture. Because you need time to see that, okay, are we gonna be able to handle this, because we've been handling other things in a certain way. There's no guarantee, but to give things time was very important for us.
And it's quite refreshing to see you guys like without kids, I must say. Traveling, it's really very cute. It's like, when you have got kids, you need to think, okay, you need to plan. So I suppose with you guys, it's so much fun.
You can just be like, we are random, we can be spontaneous, you can do whatever. And it was just like, I remember earlier this year, I was making jokes about us being doings. Like, it's called double income home without kids. We do the most random things, like the most random thing. Like, I remember we were going to get our helper bread. The next thing, we went out on a date, we spent so much money, like we just, and it's fine because you're not like, you should the school fees or whatever, because it's just us for now, and we needed that to like build our bond, and also for the kids to know that we came first. Like, we came first. This foundation is strong. You guys, with your things, when you come in, we wanted you in, but you're not gonna, you won't. You won't come in between
the bond you already have, because when they are 18, it will just
and
be
they're
the
gonna
two
leave. They're gonna find their Sandiso as well. And then they will literally be like, I will see, I'm spending Christmas. Where? Oh my God.
And then exactly.
Egg on my face.
Just the other time we had a conversation about the ring factor. how me and you really not
I'm
into
so
the
married.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not into my ring,
Okay.
guys. I actually love my ring and everything. I'm forgetful.
Yeah.
And I know like everyone always keeps their ring on.
Yeah.
I have this habit of taking it off. Like
Yeah.
if I'm washing my face and stuff, I don't like that thing doesn't taint or anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I take it off at night. I take it off because my fingers get swollen, especially in winter.
Yeah.
In
Yes.
summer, they
Yeah.
get swollen when
Oh,
it's
yeah,
too
the
hot.
same, yeah.
So it's uncomfortable. But for me, even when I got the ring,
Yeah.
once there was a time when I decided this man is my man.
Yeah.
And I will act like this man is my man, what no matter what.
Yeah.
Yes, a ring is a symbol, but it's not something that if I'm not wearing it, I act less married.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am very married.
Yeah.
Like everybody here knew that I'm married by the time I had a conversation with the other people that were here.
Yeah.
I will mention that I'm married. Just that like the ring, it's very
Yeah.
it's very much a symbol. And for me, I've never done that thing of like, this
Yeah.
marriage is bad, I'm
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
it
Oh,
off.
this is
So
marriage.
I never feel bad when I have it off because
Yeah.
it's never a sign of, oh no, things are bad.
Yeah.
Whereas people have made it seem like, oh,
yeah.
when a wife is not wearing their ring, things
Things
are
are
bad.
bad.
But even if you look at my finger, do
Yeah.
you see it doesn't even have the line?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though I have my ring, my finger
Yeah.
doesn't have a line because I don't keep it on all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
But you like even new people, you don't need to interact with me for a long time,
Yeah.
and you won't know that I'm
I'm
married.
married. Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's a symbol. I know it's a symbol.
But marriage
But-
is in here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's inside.
You know, I had someone, so I've been married for a while, and I had someone actually asking me, where's my wedding ring?
Yeah.
It was a woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is she asking me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you I'm
And-
married.
yes.
You know I'm married.
And I was like, yes, I'm still married. It's just that I don't. You know, I lost my ring, and for me, we still married. You know,
Yeah,
but
married.
the ring is important, guys. Don't hear us wrong. But we're just saying that for us, it's not that
Alpha
Yeah.
and
the
Omega.
alpha and
like
omega.
the ring is very important.
Yes.
Like which is like the case. But I would never even police my husband and be like, why are you not wearing your ring?
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't like. What matters to me is where you are going. You are acting married. Because even
whether you're
if
wearing it or not.
Yeah.
even if a lot of men wear their rings and still act a certain way, a lot
Yeah.
of women wear their rings and
Act
act very much not
Amen.
married.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what? So for me, it's really like I feel like it's not that deep. But
Yeah.
if you feel like it's really deep for you,
Mhm.
it's fine. Keep your
Yeah.
ring on.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's literally I forgot it on the. I
Yeah.
will forget or whatever, but I will never feel like, oh my god,
Yeah.
now people will know I'm married.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah,
those
it's
things.
like that for
It's
me.
not like- Yeah.
Yes.
Which
No,
and you know, I think as like you guys are saying,
Yes.
people tend to think like a ring, it's to show everyone. Like if a woman, if a man is wearing a ring, the woman will stay away.
No.
And
Yeah,
chances are that
it's
the
not
woman
their
will
case.
stay,
They will-
or the other way
They're open
around.
to talk.
Yes, yes.
They're open to talk.
Yeah.
People- like you could be 9 months pregnant and men will like literally.
Still,
yeah.
it's about you and how you act and
Yeah.
like how you respect your covenant.
Yeah.
And it's with God, the
Yeah.
covenant you made.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is, ne?
Yeah,
it is.
it's
But
not- yeah.
I don't know. I've just the thing is, I won't say like growing up. My mom always had her rings on.
Yeah.
You know, I get they had the.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
She
huge one.
always had them on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not anything. I think for me, symbolism is just another thing. Like
Another
I'm
thing.
okay. Like with like
Yeah,
maybe.
me too.
Yeah, I'm just okay as
Yeah.
long as like my marriage is happy.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And
yeah.
God is the foundation.
Yes. Yeah.
So wrapping it up to going back to the fashion, you
Yeah.
know, I think I just want to close off with that.
Yeah.
For someone who's out there and who's watching your TikTok and they say, you know what, I would like to be like that. I would like to do that because I like fashion and I want to, you know, own it and be authentic.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to that young influencer out there?
Since you said that it's not making money.
Money.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think
Making money.
Yes.
yet. I think influencing, right? I want to take influencing as entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Think of it in that way. So
Alright.
you are going to not make money for a long time
Yeah.
before you start making money.
Yeah.
It's not like when you get a job, you work this much, at the end of the month you are guaranteed. So if you're gonna start with the fashion, don't do it because you see me growing and you're like, okay, I'm gonna just do that. Do it because you really love doing it, because that's what's gonna keep you keep you going and keep you pushing and doing it.
Yeah.
And then obviously you want to make money from it, strategize towards that, obviously like build towards that, like by tagging the brands, by making sure like you have an email open for brands to reach out to you. But also don't go with it with the expectation that, okay, I'm gonna be consistent for 1 month and then boom, everything is coming in. Influencing is very much like entrepreneurship. You need to treat it like a business. And when you are not, like at the start, you're not gonna make money, so don't quit your job and say that, okay, now I'm gonna start a TikTok and I'm gonna start making money instantly. It doesn't happen like that. For some people maybe it does happen like that, but for majority of the people, you build first. And then once you've built first and you've built your networks and you've built your audience, a strong audience, and you are trusted for being the fashion person and everything like that, then the money will follow. I strongly believe that's the approach. You approach it like a business. Even when you're gonna quit your job and go into business, you can buy products. You're not gonna in the first month start making profit. And that's what people need to understand around these things, where it's like, okay, now you are independently working for yourself and you are building credibility. It's not instant where you get money, especially also because we don't have funds like where the actual platforms pay you to make the content, whereas YouTube, but the essence, guys, they pay you cents per like ad view anyway, so it's always like growing towards attracting brands, and to do that you need to like kind of have longevity and an audience that they can be like, okay, we see you build and you're consistent and we can trust you, then you can get money in exchange.
How long did it take for your like Instagram or TikTok to grow? If like
so I would say I'm gonna use March as a benchmark, because March is when okay, I'm not gonna when I resigned, and then I started being consistent with creating the content. So it has taken my growth was not like explosive, but it was good numbers, like
from
thousands.
March. It sounds like it has been explosive to me.
But when did you start posting on TikTok?
I started posting on TikTok in 2022.
Okay.
So
but I was not posting every day. I was just posting like how people post randomly, like randomly posting, and then I started being consistent only in March. So even on my Instagram, I grew from, I think on Instagram I got to 20k because during lockdown period,
you lie.
I think,
I need to
and
follow
then
you
now
on
I'm on 50k. So I grew 30k more in the 6 months from March because of consistency. And also it's because like actually fashion is something like people are into and with me, like, so it can't be like, okay, now I'm just gonna leave my thing and do fashion if your audience is not around that. So I was able to grow in that way, but it was consistency and like just giving people like what they want. And also some videos will do better than others. You just don't know like which one will do. But once you're consistently post, even Facebook, I ended up like on Facebook I'm on 120k. It's so crazy. I used to be on 5,000. But the growth I will say for me, like once I was now posting every day or consistent, like, because I do take breaks sometimes, but consistently posting and really teaching people.
So what's your Instagram handle? Is it the same, your TikTok and your Facebook?
So my Instagram is _Tumi.n, but if you search Tumi.n, I'll probably like pop up. And then my TikTok, it's also Tumi _n_, and then my Facebook is Tumi Ngwenya, which is my because it used to be just my personal Facebook, and then I started just sharing my videos onto Facebook. So
Okay.
Lovely. I love
Tumi,
it.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
You know, thank you so much for honoring our invite.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone enjoyed and
Yeah.
learned something and took something out of this
Yeah.
interview.
I think, Lelo, what's your takeaway from this? Like in conclusion to what you've learned, maybe with mental health or fashion.
So for me, obviously, I love the fashion part, but I loved what you say about consistency.
Yeah.
And what I could take out is like to do something that you love and
Yeah.
that you are passionate about.
Mm.
And I'm so happy that I learned about mental health
Yeah.
because for me, it was also always been about talking to someone.
Yeah.
So I never knew about, you know, the prescription part of it,
Yeah.
the medication part of it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when I'm depressed,
Yeah.
you know, it for me it's like I'm in stress.
Yeah.
You know, and then I will just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So I really know those are the two things that I take out of this conversation.
Yeah, I think to me, like, thank you so much. For me, it's like the passion. I'm a person who wants to be quick on the go. So for the fact that with your TikTok you can make small things and you can turn it into something really luxurious, it's actually so keep it up. I mean, whatever, keep up being consistent, and definitely you will inspire most of us. So we hope to reach your level of followership one day.
You will definitely just keep on being consistent, posting and everything. Building your audience and everything.
All right, I think everyone out there at home, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode because I certainly did. And please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube. We really need those subscriptions.
Yes, please.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye.